playing. Howdy, y'all. God almighty. As you can see, we're having too much fun.
I'm the number one seat.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go. I guess because you got the biggest PV on blue, you got to get the left side. Okay. Whatever.
Dang right. 47-pound blue catfish to your little whatever it was.
We're not calling weights, dude. I done told you that. That's okay though. I caught my biggest flats on Josh's waters, so I
wish you could show me where you do it
at. Hey, he had to pay for a charter to do that one.
Oh no!
That wasn't on his boat. That was on somebody else's boat.
I caught the first one on my boat. What you talking about?
What, the
caught those on Brim too, right? On Richard's boat.
That was on Chicken.
Yeah. If only he was in here tonight. Now, I had white perch both times. Yep. Every time I go down there, I love fishing for the white perch.
Man, they fun to catch, man.
Yeah, they are.
You get on a good mess of them, it's hard to damn pull yourself off of them to go.
The truth. I ain't gonna lie. Especially when you're running 3 rigs down. And and they hit 3 of them hit at the same time, man. That is some fun right there.
It is. Yeah, it gets to be a handful.
Real quick and in a hurry. What's real fun is when you get two white perch and a channel cat all at the same time. Or better yet, 2 channel cat and a white perch.
Yeah.
And they're trying to go opposite of each other. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Well, welcome everybody that's in the chat so far. As you all can tell, we have, let's see if I can do this right tonight. Here we go. Oh, well, there we go. We got my buddy and co-host. There we go.
Touch my finger. Touch my finger.
All right, I ain't touching no finger. I ain't pulling no fingers. I ain't touching no fingers. It ain't happening. And down below us, of course, we've got Mr. Josh Davis from Running Lake Fishing. So hopefully it's going to be a good show tonight, and you all are going to get as big a laugh as what we've been doing lately.
Oh yeah. As you can see, we've kind of a little changed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We've got nice, good backgrounds now, and so
that's right.
Little bit changes.
Few little changes.
Yep.
351 Cleveland's in the house stated that white perch is good eating too, and I have heard that, and as of yet to try it. I always use it for bait.
I'm hearing good things about Asian carp too.
Yeah, I don't know about the Asian carp.
Asian carp right now, I've been hearing it's good bait.
Could be. I have heard that actually, especially the bigger ones. You just cut them slabs, cut that bloodline out of it, and just like you do a cat, and you got good meat on the white side.
I'm actually talking about bait too. I'm actually talking about for bait too.
Oh, now it's really good for bait.
Yeah,
but it's only good for bait if you're on the waters that they're in. Just like white perch. White perch is good in the Wiley and Murray and Santee and all the good South Carolina because it's a native fish. But
here's the thing: chicken has brought fish in on all waters.
It's true.
Chicken is not in and chicken is not in the waters.
I know, and
so we only dedicate at least one rod to chicken. I ain't gonna lie. At least one rod is gonna have some chicken.
Now is it plain chicken or is it flavored chicken?
It's normally flavored. I do switch it up sometimes if I want to be lazy. I don't want to run the store and get no Jello.
My buddy Jim Rose, the one that I go out and fish with when I can. That's about all he uses a lot of times with chicken. He'll go get fresh chicken breast, cut it up.
Yep.
And
I'm actually kind of thinking of maybe going this Thursday. And that's what I'm going to use Thursday.
JTC said chicken lives in the water. They just walk on the bottom.
They just walk on the bottom. Well, you kind of look at it. It's a game. It's a bird.
True.
So there are birds that land in the water that fish grab off the top of the water. So
It's true.
technically, it is there. So
I think I've got a theory about chicken, and it still holds water to a certain degree. That it's not so much the flavor or the meat, in other words, as it is the oil that comes off of it. And
yeah,
I've done the experiments with the Jello chicken and the garlic chicken and and then I've put regular chicken on one, garlic and Jello, etc. So and get just as many hits off of every one of them.
No chicken here for having.
Right?
No chicken.
No chicken.
David, you actually might catch fish if you actually use chicken.
So I eat my
Just
chicken.
saying. Just saying.
I thought about doing a TikTok where I took a thing of KFC out there on the boat with me and said, "Fishing with chicken."
It's your chicken.
Didn't say who was eating the chicken.
Hey, somehow put the chicken bone on a hook and throw it out there.
Somebody did that. I can't remember who it was, but somebody actually did that. They took KFC. They took KFC chicken. They ate the chicken and took the bone, hooked it through the gristle, I think it was, and chunked it out there and caught a fish. It's been a couple of years. I can't remember.
You never know. You never know.
But it was funny to me.
I mean, heck, far they've caught catfish off of hot dogs and all these other kinds of baits that don't even belong in the water.
I
didn't see what he baited up with, but up South Point, we pulled in one night. A guy had a 32 or 33 pound flathead. He caught right there on the bank, swore up and down, caught it off a hot dog.
Yeah.
So ain't no way. I swear.
We actually in our community we actually have a tournament. It's called the Glizzy Masters, where you get more points by catching a catfish off of a hot dog.
Wow. Let's get some shout outs right quick before we get into the heart of this thing. Sampy was in the house at 2:00 this afternoon.
Oh yeah.
Hardcore Sampy, that's what I'm starting calling him.
Oh yeah.
We got Avid, of course, from Avid Fisherman, and Mike Irvin, 351 Cleveland. Brokeback Bob said he couldn't stay, but he was showing some support.
Yep.
We appreciate that, of course. Kentucky Redneck Outdoors is in the house. Let's see. Who else? Arar. I don't know how to pronounce that. Vlogs is in the house. It just sounded funny. Let's see.
There's Gene Tillman, Annette Morgan.
There we go. Ned. Of course, JTC himself.
Yep. There's Thomas at Laughing Cats.
I was going to say Tom Laughing Cats. Who else I saw in here earlier? 922 Crappie Barbecue. I swear to God, every time I see that name, I get hungry. He says, "Watch catfish pluck ducklings off one by one." There you go. Avid made a statement, said chicken makes good dumplings. I agree with that.
Yep.
That they do.
Absolutely.
Let's see who else. Not all this, that's at least in the chat. So we got 15 in the house at the moment, and I believe it will start growing here in the next few minutes. It usually does. In the meantime, we got Freddie in the house. Freddie out there. One of Freddie's on the water this morning or this afternoon. Miss Serena, how you doing? He says, "I'm here listening." So Freddie's got to be out there fishing.
He was swapping a motor earlier today.
Oh, that's right. He got that 25, I think it was.
He's swapping a motor.
Swapping motors.
Swapping.
Josh is fighting ants over there.
So everybody, I mean, most people saw it. Most people saw it. What the little saying today I put out on Facebook, it says, "How come is it we're always running late to everything in our lives, but we're not running late for fishing?"
Because it's so much fun.
I know.
I mean, what else can you do that's that much fun in a day with your clothes on? I mean,
Many things.
He says, "We ain't used to you starting the earlier." Yeah, usually we're a little bit late coming into the show, but everybody was here and ready to go. So, he said, Freddie said
he says, nope, at home working on stuff. Got to run in the morning, race to the new motor, and yep, on the water after that.
I heard that. That's the one thing. That's the one thing we don't have to do here in Georgia. We don't have to register the motor. We don't have to register or we don't have to have title on the boats. All we got to do is have it registered to be able to float on state waters. That's all we got to do.
So we got to do all that. The only thing we don't have to do is register the motor.
Yeah. Now we do.
Where are you from, Kelly?
Kentucky.
Yeah.
We got to register the boat, but that's it.
We have to tag the trailer though. We do have to do that. So we do.
We don't have to do that. We don't have to have. We don't even have to have titles for trailers.
Yeah. Now technically, I don't have a title for the trailer, but I tag it out based on the serial numbers on it. So
yeah. See, we don't have to do that. We don't have to.
Yep. North Carolina, you got to have a tag. I mean, you got to have a title, tag, all that.
Oh yeah, just like a vehicle.
Yep. There's Brian B.
Brian B's in the house.
Uncle B. There's Uncle B.
Uncle B. So, all right, Joshua, tell us where I know where you at, but tell everybody else where you at. What part of the state you in and all that good stuff?
I'm in North Carolina. I'm about, I'd say, 30 to 45 minutes west of Charlotte. Local home waters, Lake Wiley, North and South Carolina.
There you go. So you got the best of both worlds.
Yep.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Right here, centered around everything. I got a Catawba chain all around me, all the way from James, Hickory, Rhodus, Norman, all the way down through there. And just to the east of me, you got the Yakin chain, High Rock, and so situated pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I remember there was a little bit of a tournament, little in-house tournament between the Yakin boys and the Catawba boys.
Yeah,
a couple of years ago, I aligned myself with the Catawba boys because, well, I'm closer to the Catawbas. Mm-hmm. So just kind of like I had to align myself with the Cooper River because I'm fished in that area. So I had to align myself with the Cooper River to go into Brian B's little battle of the rivers. It's ought to be fun. Everybody's still talking trash about that. So we're just going to go and have some fun. So I see your boat in the background. Got all your rigs and everything up. Tell us a little bit about your boat.
Man, it's a 03 McKee Craft, 18-foot center console.
Nice.
It's a good little boat, man. It's got a shallow draft in it, semi V, more or less. It's got a flat front. You got plenty of room to cast off the front. It's a bay boat more or less. You can take it out in the ocean a little ways. You don't want to get no serious chop, but
yeah.
You go out there and pull a tube around, play with the kids too, and get in some rivers and good in the lakes. So it works all the way around.
There you go. Yeah, that'd be a good boat for the Santee.
Oh yeah.
It'd
be a good boat. It'd be a good boat for most waters.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So tell us a little bit how you came up with your channel name, your fishing.
How did I come up with that? If you knew me, you would know if I say I was gonna be there at 4:00, I don't show up about 4:30. I've always been about 30 minutes behind. So even my parents, they'll tell me when I got Christmas dinners or something, I'm supposed to be here at 12:00, and dinner don't start at 1:00. I'm always lied to. Everybody knows me as I'm always running late. But like you said earlier, it's hard to be running late for fishing. So
yeah,
hard to run late for fishing.
Yeah,
I'd rather run late for work than run late for fishing.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's a struggle every night.
I know, right? I
bet it is. My problem is I show up about 30 minutes before we're actually supposed to be meeting up for go fishing. So I'm sitting around twiddling my thumbs for 30 minutes.
Well, usually I've got
before I left the house and I got everything ready. I'm just waiting. And then it's time to go.
Yeah, I got where I hate to admit it, but I actually if I tell whomever I'm going out with that, I'm gonna be at your house about 7:00 or I'm gonna be at your house about 6:00. Yeah, it's usually closer to 6:30 or 7:00 before I get there, and it's usually not even my fault. That's what makes it so bad because I'm up, I'm dressed, I'm ready to go, I'm out there getting in the truck. Now remember, Oh, I got to go do this. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I got to do this now. And next thing I know, here we are, 30 minutes late. Can't get on the water before daylight. So
I'm usually the one when it comes to anything else. And like, come on, let's go. Come on. I've been ready for 30 minutes. Come on. Let's go.
It's time to go.
Avid asked, he said, Josh, have you been teaching two stands on being late with his lives?
He's always running late. He's always running late for his own live streams.
Will you look at this? Kentucky Cat Man. Hello to all you folks that ain't near as sexy as me.
Oh, look here, Cat Man. Huh? Pretty damn sexy, guys.
Yeah, I can do that myself now. So, there you go.
Hey, put that hat back on. You got that little peach fuzz up there.
Hey, I keep my peach fuzz. They can't say hello to you. That was funny. So who else do we have? I saw somebody else come in the house while I go besides him.
Oh, it's Jeremy from Finseeker, my crappie fisherman.
Crappie fisherman. Y'all did pretty good
my partner, crappie fisherman. Yep. Yeah, we slayed it. We did about 50 plus.
Yeah.
Why not?
Had two good, was it 2 or 3 good keepers?
2 good keepers.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
10 and a half, it was like a little over 10 and 10 and a half inch.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
What's your size limit out there in Kentucky?
10.
10? Yep. It ain't got to be but 8 here in North Carolina.
See, they changed it. It was 9.
I don't even know what it is here in Georgia, to be honest with you.
I don't know what it is in South Carolina. I don't ever mess with them in South Carolina, really.
J-Dog.
J-Dog in the house. What's up, buddy?
Not too said he must have been late for court. They sent the squad after him.
Where you normally fish at on the Cooper, Kevin?
Actually, on the Cooper itself, I hadn't. I'm just starting on the Cooper, but I fished the lower lake down there on Santee quite a bit, or have fished it quite a bit. Not as much as I'd like to, though.
I've been on the lower end a little bit. I normally concentrate. My biggest so far has come out of the canal.
Mm-hmm.
Then I do the tail rakes down there below Monk's Corner, below the Canopolis Lock. I'll go down there and it's about 20, 25 foot all the way down there for a long ways. You can just drop it down to the bottom and reel up a couple turns, just ride the current down, eat them up, man.
I was what Kelly so often reminds me of, that my PB is not as big as his, actually come off the upper lake. I forget what that little park's name is. Right up, it's not too far from the canal. There's a little old park. It's kind of run down now, but it was right around some islands, and it was actually during the Monster Cat Quest 2019. You were in that one, wasn't you?
Nah.
You didn't go to that one. Okay, I couldn't.
No, I had never fished a tournament down there. I went down there and stayed at Hills and Canal Lakes.
Oh, okay.
Several times we get down there and stay about a half a week to a week at a time.
Yeah, I caught my biggest blue from down there, and I haven't broke it since. So I will though. Freddie said, "Oh, another Carolina."
And I got to push this one out too. Freddie, congratulations, man, on becoming a business for your rods.
Yes,
it's awesome.
I'm still kind of sad that I didn't get asked to try out the rods.
I didn't either. I mean, I had the perfect boat for it. I do have a mini boat.
Yeah, actually, you do. You got the better boat.
You all want to see my mini boat?
No. Oh my God. I got to admit, your mini boat does look good, except for one thing. It looks like that picture, but there's one thing missing now that's in that picture.
What?
Your seat.
Yes, my seat is not there.
Yeah, Josh. He was taking it to. What was you gonna be doing some little one-on-one
I went fishing on Mike Greenwell's channel.
That's what it was. On the way there, because he was in such a big hurry to get there. Because why? You were running late.
Late to fishing.
Story of my life.
And I forgot to take it out or strap it down, and doing 65, 70 on the highway
Didn't
with about
last
8
long.
cars behind me, and it goes whoop, gone.
Yeah. We got fishing with Big Mike in the house. I just noticed him coming in.
Yep.
What's up, Big Mike? And J Dog said, "Did you say Freddie? Never heard of him."
Yeah.
Gene Tillman said
Man.
that I'm over in
Exactly where Indy lands at.
Charlotte.
Cool,
What's
cool.
happening?
You ever go down to Wiley, Gene?
I love Wally. So
Oh, yeah, something happened. There we go.
You're yeah, his phone going off. He's freezing. Every time he gets a
yeah,
phone call, he freezes.
of course it's some stupid something. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, good deal.
Is that me or you? Who was it?
I know, right? It's like you guys didn't freeze at all, but I'm not here anymore.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Then I got this. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I love Wiley. That's one of my favorite lakes to fish, especially for flathead.
Yeah.
I've been searching for him. I had one get off right beside, literally right in that corner right there. It had to be every bit pushing 40. It literally pulled the hook 5 foot away from my net, and his tail just disappeared in the deep as he swam away.
Oh, that's a sad sight, man.
Oh man, he was just waving by him real slow until he disappeared. Oh man,
I know when Richard had the Grand Slam 2020, that was the first time I actually fished it, and he hasn't put it back on since. But we caught.
I love that tournament. That's a fun one.
I tell you, I tell you what. I'll tell you where I caught the thing, and you'll know the area since you put in the South Point. Telephones. Yeah, if you shoot straight across from South Point, you know that little cove back up in there. Back where the fire department is.
Oh, you still? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Back where you going past the fire department or
past up under the bridge? And I had anchored off of a point right up in there, and we caught our blue and our flathead right there, and our channel. We caught the Grand Slam sitting right there in one spot.
Dang.
And everything.
All back there behind the bridge, past the fire department.
Past the fire department.
I ain't never went up there and fished. I went up there throwing the net a few times, catching some gizzard shad, but I ain't never.
Well, it gets the further back up in it gets shallow. It starts to get shallow. I think the furthest part back up there goes to about 5-6 foot deep, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, it gets down.
But we were back on the 13-14 foot section of it, right just past the bridge. Really, I mean, just you go up under the bridge, and there's a little cove to the right. Then there's a point. And there's another little cove, and then we were right on that point right there, and that's where we hooked up. And I mean, anchored up, and we hooked up 3 times and got our Grand Slam for the night. And for the rest of the night, we went hunting for bigger. And the sad thing about that was we went hunting for after we got the Grand Slam, we went hunting for bigger fish, and we hooked up over on what's the name of the cove? It's the cove directly to the right of South Point. What's the name of that cove? Anyways, if you come out of South Point and land it, it's the cove immediately to the right there.
Yeah.
We were on one part of that cove, and Jeff Sally was on the other part of that cove, and we had our baits and was directly across. I mean, he threw straight out into the towards him. We both hooked up at the exact same time. He pulled in the biggest fish of the night with a 60-something pound blue, and I come in with I had a 12. What I had in my live well was bigger than what I pulled. But when he pulled his 65 or 65 that night, I pulled a 12 at the same time he caught his 65. I was sick, dude.
Why couldn't that be the other way around?
I know exactly. And that just goes to show you, man, anything can happen. That's
it. That last tournament I was in 2 weeks ago, buddy of mine that was sitting across from me, he wasn't a football length away. Back same creek, Crowder's Creek. He South Carolina, you can keep, I think it's 2 over 32 inches.
Yeah.
And North Carolina, you can only keep 1 over 32 inches. Well, he was fishing solo. He was fishing solo, and he was fishing by himself. He was sitting in that same area, caught 2 over 32 inches. Wouldn't let him weigh in but 1 because it was North Carolina. So
that
one fish still got him second place with 52 pounds. And I was sitting there, half a football length from this guy. Same bait. I'm like, man.
I know
that's
how
the way
it
goes.
I know exactly. Well, that's just like we had a tournament here on Lake Oconee. I didn't get to go to it, but my buddy Jimmy did. I was supposed to have been fishing with him, and something come up, and I wasn't able to make it. And but he went down there, and he was fishing. I mean, he said they could have threw a football back and forth to each other. They were sitting. There was him and the other guy was sitting. That far or that close to each other, same spot. Neither one of them had caught anything. He decides to move and go further down the lake. In the meantime, the gentleman's name is actually Guy. Guy turns around then and starts catching fish, winning the tournament, and he's at the same spot. That's what's so sad about tournaments, dude. Oh, Jeremy says it's supposed to rain Saturday. I heard a few boats already canceled their fishing trip for Cabela's. That's right. Y'all got Cabela's up that way, don't you?
Quit.
Cabela's is on what? Santana?
Valerie in here. Jim does say that there's no limit in Kentucky, but I guess he's right. There is a couple that do have limits.
Yeah. On the talking about on the crappie, yeah.
Yeah.
The crappie, yeah. Okay.
So I can't remember. I don't think there's a size limit on in Georgia. I don't think there is. I think there is for bass, but I don't think there is for crappie. I know there's a creel you can't catch with so many.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a size limit.
Be at Black's Saturday watching.
If they have it. So your main waters that you like going to, is that Wiley or is that
pretty much where I go. I know they're there. I haven't really tangled with too many of them yet. Mm-hmm. And so I can't convince my kids to want to go with me because they have fun catching the perch, and I tell them it's time to go get on some other fish. They don't. We're catching fish. I don't want to go and not catch fish. But that's probably, I would say, my go-to favorite. If I'm going, that's normally where I'm going. I went to Mount Island the first time and fished. That's a lake above Wiley. This tournament series we was in, and I done pretty good there first time. It was I thought we put in a little over 30 pounds that trip, which wasn't, outstanding, but, I didn't expect to even weigh in, and I ain't never been on the lake, so done pretty good. But
that's on the North Carolina side, right?
Yeah, it's just above. Actually, you can ride all the way up to the dam of Mount Island on Lake Wiley.
Right. That's right. We did. I remember that when I was down there this last go round. We literally rode all the way up to the dam and started making our way back.
Did you ever get the pleasure of going all the way up South Fork to the bridge, or not the first bridge, but the bridge you can't go up no further? They go up there and catch shad and all the big catfish and everything.
I want to say I did, but I can't swear to it. We rode all over that lake those 3 days that me and Justin and Richard was together.
Yeah.
Some of it I already knew from having fished up that way, but there was some of it I didn't know where I was at.
I know where I'm wanting to get to. I just, old girl back there behind me, she's a little too much draft to get where I'm wanting to go.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, Kentucky Cat Man. He just spit on you, Josh.
Yep.
Yeah. You gave JR a hell of a compliment.
There you go. That's the way to come back. I appreciate that, Valerie.
I hope he ain't in there, man. He gonna get a big head.
Yeah, he ain't in here. I invited him, but he ain't in here. I don't know. He's probably out on the lake now.
He probably is.
Probably.
So that's the thing about him and Richard and Jeff Manning and all the boys that live in and around the Lake Wiley. They can go in.
They just right up the road from me. They about 5-10 minutes down the road from me. To him, Jeff, James, JR.
Yeah.
All them guys just right up the road. I think Richard, he lives in South Carolina, don't he?
Yeah. He lives about 5 minutes from Buster Boyd's.
Okay, yeah.
He's like me, he don't like to put in at Buster Boyd's. Too many folks.
Yeah, if you do it one time, you learn not to want to do it again.
You got that right.
Only one time.
I put in. I don't remember what trip it was, but it was the last time I ever put in at Buster Boyd. And when James was talking about this last tournament that he was supposed to be putting on and he didn't, he said something about putting in at Buster Boyd's, and I told Richard, I said, you got to talk James out of that. I said that's the worst place for us all to put in at.
Yeah,
so especially that time of year.
Well, I got up with him and told him too. They was supposed to be a big bass tournament. They was supposed to be down out of that same landing that weekend. And I told him, I said, boys, y'all better move that bad boy up to South Point. I said, if not, put down the Nibbins one. Because it's gonna be hectic with them boys get in there. It wasn't just a 1 day tournament; it was like a 2 day tournament.
Yeah.
So it was gonna be nasty.
Yeah, I like South Point. That's a good ramp.
Yeah, and I tell you that area right there with that S bend in the main channel right there, like we said, you caught that, right there beside South Point.
Yeah,
that's a good area of fish. That's a really good area. That all them channel bends in that main area.
Yep,
it was off, right off the sides of it.
Well, I know was it 2 years late? Yeah, 2 years. Well, it was last year. In other words, Dee and Chad, whenever they come down, they were right out there in that deepest part of that channel, and that's where Dee caught her biggest flathead. I think it's her biggest flathead to date.
Yeah, I see she come out with they done real good that tournament.
They did. You know what the sad part about that whole thing was?
What was that?
Where she caught that. I had told my wife, because I was having boat problems. I was having motor problems. That's whenever my motor decided to want to do things it shouldn't do.
He's always had boat problems.
Yeah, and not anymore. But I told my wife, I said, you know what? Wood. I said, we're going to, yeah, exactly, knock on wood. I said, I tell you what, I said, we're going to drag baits along this channel right here. I said, I'm going to go as far as the riverside, and I'm going to whip it around, and I'm going to come back down the other side of it and fish those ledges. Well, of course I did. I always say I'm going to do this, and then I don't do it.
Yeah.
Dane and Chad go out there and catch the biggest fish of their lifetime. And I'm like, I could have been me.
he just didn't have his bait in the right spots. What it was.
Yeah, I didn't have my mind in the right spot. That motor made me mad the day before, and it made me even madder the day of.
You talking about the last round, or?
Yeah, the one that we actually did, the last tournament we actually did, last year's tournament. Okay. And that's whenever that was whenever the boat or the motor, I had that
Is that the one where my motor blew up, or?
Yes, that's the one. That's right. Your motor blew up then too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we was in the same water that day, brother.
I tell you what, man. I was not a happy camper.
Oh man. Yeah, mine didn't make it 45 minutes into that show. Or no, it's probably about an hour and 45 minutes. Less than 2 hours.
I putted. Let me tell you what I did. I putted past the first bridge, going back up towards the river.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about? The first bridge.
Yeah.
I actually putted all the way past that bridge and went back up into that cove and fished a little bit back up in there, and then put literally. And when I say put, I'm talking about 8 mile an hour. That's as fast as I can go, and putting my butt all the way back.
Gosh, that's like a speedboat compared to my boat.
Oh, Richard Warscow decided he was going to do a flyby on me, and he did, and raised his motor. Just as he comes to me, he raises his motor up, and you know what happened? It rooster tailed and just sprayed the whole entire boat.
Nice.
That joker. Crazy joker.
Richard's like, you stole my spot. Here's what you get.
Pretty much.
Luckily, that day, the first spot I went all the way up to the past the train trails. I went to the 74 bridge. You know, you got the train trails on 74 and 85.
Right.
And you got a couple of them on further up, smaller bridges. But I was just anchored up behind 74 bridge, sat there for about the first hour and a half, decided, let's go try this next spot. Come down. Not 5 minutes from that run. Wow. I was on trolling motor the rest of the day. Dad thought he was done. I was like, nah, ain't nothing I can do about it now. I get mad about it. Throw the rods out. We got trolling motor. We might as well troll the rest of the day.
That's right. Just troll as long as you can. I hope you got enough motor to make it back to the ramp or a ramp.
Well, luckily, like I said, I was upriver and I was having to go down to it, you know, back to South Point. So I said, we got to troll back either way. We on trolling motor. So I was going to throw the rods out and drag them in. So.
There you go. There you go. I'll tell you the stories that we come up with. Now, if we can just get Kelly with a bigger boat, so he can know, he'll know what.
Hey, if you want to fork up a little bit of money, I could buy one here in about a week. I'm looking at one right now.
Well, I can't fork out nothing.
It's a Lowe's. It's a Lowe's Renegade.
That's a nice boat.
Yeah. That auction.
If I fork out any more money for a boat, I won't be living in this house anymore. I mean, I've already got 4 boats as it is.
Well, then just drive up here.
Not to mention 2 trailers.
Drive up here and just come up and just drive, and then you just hook up to my trailer and we'll just go pick up a boat.
Now that could be done.
Let's do it.
As long as we don't take pictures.
I know where a boat's sitting right now. I can grab it.
Hold up now. I don't want to do that illegal.
No.
No illegal.
It's sitting at Josh's. It's sitting at another Josh's house. TWA's.
So what's your plans for the near future, Josh? What you plan on doing? You got some tournaments there? Head up.
We just finished up I normally don't do any tournament fishing. The last year I started pilling around with a few. I did Southeastern a couple times when I was at Wiley. But never did the whole series, nothing like that. But they started a coffee can tournament up called Carolina River Hog. I mean, what is it? Let's see. Catfish USA River Hogs. My bad.
Yeah.
But, it's only a $40 entry. And then they do donations for, they pick a special, where they pick somebody that needs help, every tournament.
Yeah.
And they'll do a donation for it. And it's just a fun. Most of the big guys, Warscow and all of them, Jamie K, JR Warscow, they all do it more or less, I guess, for them, just fun, keeping in the water, practicing for the bigger tournaments. But, I can't afford
I want you to elaborate on something. I watched one of your videos, the poor man's
downrigger.
Yeah.
Poor man's
downrigger. Kind of elaborate why you come up with that. Is there a reason why you had to do that?
Yeah, 2 reasons. First reason, I was telling you earlier, I like to go to Murray striper fishing. I come up with it for mainly just striper fishing. I use lead core line out the back, pulling umbrella rigs. And I normally use 2 out the back and 2 on each side planer boards. Yeah. So that gives me 6 spread out the back. And I normally have something suspended, up front, just dragging around. I couldn't ever get them deep enough. So I come up with, I pulled me a snap clip off my planer board and hooked a weight to it and let out, striper or any kind of bass is line shy, so you can't put anything, that they're going to see, they won't hit it, So I let out about 20 foot or so, then clip that thing on and drop it down. It gets my front rods. I can drop down about, 30 foot down, and then it's got I would say, 15, 20 foot of line, pulling another umbrella rig back there with it. it comes off a good thing too, because if you run across a shallow shoal and you're kind of skeptical, where if you think you're gonna lose your rigs or not, it's better to lose 1 or 2 rigs up front than it is to hook up all 4 or 6 that you're dragging behind. So if you hang up on these 2, to reel in real quick on those. But normally you stay on top of your maps pretty good. It works real good. But man, it was just a idea I had on a boat, tried it out, and it worked phenomenal. It really done good. And I hadn't even tried it out at Murray yet. We do the same style of fishing on Lake Norman up here, and they don't have striper, but they have hybrid bass or Bodie bass, whatever you want to call it. It's just like a striper, just a little smaller. And I come up with the idea while I was fishing for them, and I just ain't even had the pleasure of taking that idea to Murray yet. And I'm patiently waiting on November to come around. That's exactly what I'm heading to. But downriggers cost about $500-$600 per set. That's only going to run 1 or 2 rods, and you really want one off each side. So you're talking about over $1,000 just for downriggers for 2 to 4 rods.
Oh yeah.
I said, that right there wind up costing. You can get a pack of 4 clips for $12-$15. So
inexpensive. So here's a question. You're gonna love this question. What's your favorite rod?
Oh man.
And you know why I said that. Now you know why I said that you're gonna love this question.
Well, I'm not one of those guys that really hardcore dedicated to
one rod, and that's it.
Yeah. Now, I've always been just like how I come up with the downriggers. Cheapest way I can get out there and do what I want to do and be successful at it, that's what I'm doing. I ain't got a lot of money. I got 4 kids and I'm married, so
there you go.
Hanging back there, it takes all kinds of money. Every time I turn around, I have to spend something on it. But it's I don't know. I would say I would lean more towards the big cat feeder rods right now. I was always using ugly sticks. The more I got into chasing trophies, the more you hear them cracking. That glass, when they get bent over, you can hear them cracking. And Matthew Anthony, he's put so many 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s on his boat, and that's all he ever uses. Yeah. But I wanted something a little bit stronger, so I went with Mad Cats. And the only reason I went with them, at the time, they were cheaper, and they are a solid rod, and been very dependable. Well, Daryl Warscow gave me a good deal on a Hellcat. Mm-hmm. I tried that thing out, and
that's a beast.
No comparison. Yeah, I love my Mad Cats rods. I even love the ugly stick rods. But there ain't no comparison to that Hellcat rod.
It's a beast.
That's a bad rod.
I got to admit that one.
I'm telling you. Everything from the looks to performance, I've had no complaints about it.
There you go.
So it's I'm not one of those where I'm saying I'm gonna have all Mad Cats rods or all Hellcat rods, But
that's me.
If I had the money, I'd probably have all Hellcat rods. But
that's me. If I had the money, I would too. I've got.
I had to say I like my Berkeley big games.
Big game.
I like them. It's just for some reason I like how they feel.
You spin cast or
I could prefer spin cast, but I could do a bait caster.
Yeah,
but the bait caster I'm running right now is a PC Fun 5000.
Mm-hmm.
Love
them. That's a good reel too.
Love them. Especially for the price.
Yeah.
Especially at the price, they are probably the best ones for the price.
And what they run a reel?
Like the 500 or 5,000 is like 59, I think, but you can catch
$50 dollars. Yeah. And they got the thumb bar. I got the thumb bar on it. It's got the nice.
It's set up very similar to Abu Garcia, and it's. Let me tell you something. When you crank that joker down, you might want to slow your roll just a little bit.
Yeah.
If you in deep water, because if you can catch a big cat and go rolling that joker in, he'll be to the surface before you know it.
Yeah.
It's just got that much pull to it, man. And
Right.
it's strong. It's a strong reel. I bought one for Pop's custom made that Lyle did for me, the Black Horse. And I paired it with, I just wanted to see how, I wanted the cheap reel to put on that one because, I didn't want to put something, major on it at the moment. I didn't really have the money.
Yeah.
So I said, let me go with this. I'm hearing good things about it. And I'm glad I did, because it's become one of my favorite reels. And I'm a big Abu Garcia fan myself. So,
That's all I've ever used.
And but it's very similar to the Abu Garcias, like the C4s, the Abu Garcia C4s. It's a very similar reel to the C4, and it's got
I've never tried the C4. I've only C3s, and it's primarily what I use. And then I bought me a set of what do you call it, the black Pro Rockets or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I bought me some of them, the C3 Pro Rockets, I guess, or CS Pro Rockets, 6500s.
Right. Yeah.
So I've got four. No, I got three. Oh, it might be four. C4s, and then I've got a 5,000. Not a 5,000. Yeah. That basket. Is it 5,000 or 5,500?
They got both, actually. I got some 5,000 and 5,500. I think the new one's 55, I believe.
Yeah.
I got some old red 5,000.
Yeah, that's what mine is red. It's an older one too. Yeah. And the 5,000 and the C4 is like two different animals. They're completely different animals. Yeah. And everything, but that, like I said, that piece of funds, that 55 not 55, that 50 Chaos 50, and that's a good reel. That's a really good reel.
Check that out.
So I'm kind of like you. I started out with I've used big game, Berkeley big game. I've used it. I started out with ugly stick, like the ugly sticks. They handle well for what we were catching at the time. Had a chance on Richard Warskow's boat to try out the big cat, the BCFs. I'll get it right in a minute. And I liked them. I liked the way they handled. So I wound up getting. Matter of fact, that's what I got those C4s paired up with, is the BCFs. Yeah. And they handle really well. I've tried the Mad Cats. My buddy Jim, he bought one because he liked the color of it, and he said it was too pretty to fish with. He was going to hang it up in his garage, but he wound up fishing with it anyways. And actually, he caught his biggest fish so far off of it. He caught on just this past Saturday, 30-pound blue cat. And I'm supposed to be getting that footage because he was filming. I'm supposed to be getting that footage so I can create a little video to put out there. And that joker bent that rod like it was nuts. It broke the rod holder when it took it. It broke the rod holder. And so, anyways, I've used them TWCs. I've had a chance to fish with those. I like those. It's got a little faster tip than I like, but otherwise it's a good rod. And but yeah, I'm kind of that Hellcat. I got two Hellcats, and I like them Hellcats.
That's what I got, two Hellcats. That's the only big cat fibers I've used, though. I haven't used any other rods by them. It's just the Hellcats. I can't say for their other rods. They're the common white and the black ones. I don't know what the particular difference would be.
I got the black ones. There's a little bit of a difference between the backbone on the black one and the Hellcat. Seems like the Hellcat loads up pretty quick, basically, compared to the regular ones. And but yeah, Justin Fisher Fetish is in the house. He can attest to it. He's got some Hellcats. He knows what's up.
Oh yeah. But, they are nice.
J Dog said he wants your boat, and he will take your boat. Trust me. If you offer to sell it, he'll take it.
He'll take it. Josh said that'd be the only way he takes it.
It's not for sale.
Nobody wants to hear that.
Oh Lord. Now we know why he's in tech. I mean, in chat the way he is.
Yeah.
Hey, but get this though. As much as I love my Hellcats and preferred them over the Mad Cats rods I bought and upgraded what I called upgrade from Ugly Stick. Ugly Stick still, I haven't been really using them for about the last year and a half, 2 years, and they still got the 3 biggest fish on my boat.
There you go.
I still ain't caught nothing bigger on. My son's got a 36 flat. My partner's got a 34 blue and another 35 blue, and all on Ugly Sticks before we switched over to Mad Cats and Hellcats.
There you go.
Now we can't get out of the 20 club.
That's me. I call since if you start talking, Kelly, I will mute you. I promise you this. So you just hush your mouth. I caught my 31 on the Muddy River Blue Cat rod, Muddy River Catfish and Blue Cat rod, and those are good rods. Those are really good rods.
Oh, sorry. We don't need to talk about his. Yeah, no.
There we go. That's much more better. So,
well, now I can unmute myself. What are you talking
about? but I've stayed until I caught those 2 flatheads. They were 34 or 33 and 34. Was what the weights on those flatheads. I caught one the day I went down, and the next day I caught the 34. Caught the 34 on that custom made black horse that Lyle made for me, and it handled it like a dream. And I caught the I think it was the Big Cat Fever. I caught the 33 on, and loved every minute of it. And had a ball. But I'm like you. Everything else I've got, is all I can stay in right now.
I feel like I jinxed myself so bad switching. Literally my last couple times I went out, I done rigged up 2 of my old Ugly Sticks and put them back on the boat, 1 for each side.
There you go.
I jinxed myself. I'm putting them back on the boat, man.
Freddie done made a big claim.
Mm-hmm.
Said, wait, them Freddie outdoors, double wild rods are gonna outperform all them big rods.
And look at the next comment. You ain't talking about those Uncle Lou rods.
You say Freddie started a new rod business, you said?
Yep.
You need to check them out.
Oh, they're sweet. They're sweet
nice,
rods.
Man. They really are.
They're geared toward kayakers.
Yeah.
And youth. Kayakers and youth is by so they're a little smaller, 5 foot, 6 foot rods.
Mini boats like Kelly's.
Like mine. Be perfect. Hey, I could be a sponsor. You can sponsor me, Freddie.
Well, perfect. 4 rods coming your way, brother.
Yep. I need 4. 4.
This is the truest statement I've ever heard.
Yes.
He is a fishing rod hoarder.
Well,
I swear.
That person and this person right here is.
I tell you, the first time I ever met Justin was whenever it was at the tournament, the Patriot James's tournament that we all went to, and he was there at the motel. I drove up and everything, and he went out there. Well, he drove up. I got there before he did, and he went out there and he opened up. He had a top on his truck, and he opened up his top, and there was a separator in the bed, and there were rods just crowded all the way underneath it and all the way across the top of this separator, and they were all 2-piece rods now. So you can imagine how many rods this joker had. And I was like, good Lord. And then I seen him fish, like really fish. And I was like, okay, now I know why he's got so many rods. That is a fishing fool, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mentioned the word fishing, thinking about buying a new fishing rod or reel to my wife, and she gives me a really evil look.
J-Dog said that he's going to turn the car around now. He was actually headed to Freddy's to throat punch him.
Yes.
Over 60 rods and only used 10 Uncle Andy to Freddy rod.
That sounds about like me. 50, 60 rods, I only use about 10 at a time.
Justin says he only brought 16 rods with him. I guess it's because they were broke down. It looked like he had over 40. Matt said he got rid of his Hellcat. Didn't like it. Really? You could have gave it to me, Matt. Now I'm gonna have to ban you, son. No, I'm playing. There's not too many. I mean, there's some that don't like the. It's all about preference. That's the way it always is.
It depends on if you like spinning or you like casting. It depends on the handle, the grips on it. If you like the longer butt or the shorter one,
what's up?
How it feels in your hands.
Exactly. In my case, it's hey Glenn, what's up, brother?
Oh,
in my case, it's the tip, how fast the tip is, or or not, or how stiff it is. I don't like a fast tip. If I'm dragging baits, I don't like that tip sitting here doing this all the day. I'd rather just have a steady pull until that cat hits it and drops it. That's what I want. And that's what the Big Cat Fever rod has given me to do. The TWCs, they got that fast tip, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
So does the ugly sticks. They got that fast tip, and it just drives me nuts.
It ain't got that strong.
Now the Mad Cats has got a little stiffer tip to it. It's got a heavier tip, so it's not quite. It's still got a little dip to it, but it's a more steady dip than it is anything else.
What do you use in your Hellcats? You use medium heavy or heavy or?
Everything I have is medium heavy. That's just my preference. I love medium heavies. I've got a couple of I've got a heavy ugly stick that I like. It's stiff, but yet it still gives me the performance I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, Glenn can attest to. I think he put a 70-pound something blue on the boat. Him and Matthew that day. He got a video. If I ain't mistaken, I think it was off of ugly stick. Him and Matthew fish all the time together. That's all they use, ugly sticks. Pull them on in.
The ugly sticks, the heavy ugly stick, there's those that's in heavy. I like those more so than I like the heavy or the medium heavies.
That's what I have in ugly sticks.
I noticed when I was pulling boards the other day, those big cats. Yeah, the Berkeley big games are just staying bent over like constantly. I'm like, gosh, I need something a little stiffer to where when I'm pulling it stays stiffer instead of just making it look like it's bent over the whole time.
Like Justin was saying, he says he likes the softer tips for pulling boards, and I can see that, especially with the way that those boards react whenever you hang up. They'll help you unhang real quick. Like I've seen it too many times.
Yeah.
And those softer tips give it just enough just enough spring action to make that happen. And I can see that being a good to do that with.
Yeah.
But as far as anchored up, I'll take a medium heavy over anything any day of the week. Something with a little stiffer tip.
Yeah.
When it drops, it drops. You know what I mean? So it's just what I like.
Cool.
We're not highlighting J-Dog's comments.
Oh, I am.
J-Dog. Uh-oh. Calling you out, Kelly.
That's because I'd like to talk.
J-Dog, do you need 500 seconds to think about it? You need 500 seconds. Don't make me pull another certain person that we won't speak his name here.
He that needs not be named.
You need 500 seconds to think about it, because I dare you. What are you gonna do if I do it? You gonna unfriend me?
He'll friend you back. He'll be all right.
He said, I dare you.
He'll get butt hurt for about 2 seconds.
Yeah, see, Glenn likes the heavy, ugly sticks. Yeah. There's something about that tip. Just it's a much better tip.
Yeah, I wish I would have went with the heavies on my ugly sticks. They would have been, I think, a little bit more little better, I believe.
That's another one we won't speak his name in here either.
Yeah, I think with the ugly stick, going heavy with the ugly stick for catfishing, I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
It just seems to handle so much better. You know,
Yeah.
if you're gonna use, which I have nothing wrong with. I like ugly sticks. I've used them a lot. You know,
Oh yeah.
and so I have nothing against ugly sticks whatsoever. But if you're gonna use ugly sticks for catfishing, especially if you're gonna target the big ones, I think going heavy is gonna be the best way to do it.
Yep.
So
I agree there completely.
J Dog's trying to
Those mediums, they'll get them in there.
What's that?
I said those mediums will still get them in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think I may have one medium, but I don't think it's in a cat rod. I think it's in a bass rod.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mean medium heavy, but
oh yeah. Oh yeah, they'll get them in. There's no doubt. But
you talking about that fish?
I need one of them.
You see all those, Josh? You see all those rods in the background right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Blow it up so you can see it a little bit better. All those little rods right there. All those rods are on a chartered boat.
Hey, I didn't pay for it.
I didn't say
it can't be charter if there was no money given.
What size was that one?
47.
47.
Yeah.
It looked like it's 40 plus.
That's my PB.
He lets me know this every single week, and sometime during the week. So,
y'all boys don't want to know what my PB is. I hurt my own feelings.
Is it over 31?
I have not even joined the 30 club on either brand yet, man.
Oh,
I got a 28 blue and a 24 flathead.
See, I've only got like a 7. I've only got like a 7-pound channel.
Pass the rods off to the.
I got like a 7-pound channel, which I beat Kevin.
Oh God!
And he does have me on a flathead. I have to say it. He's caught flathead, and I haven't. But that will change. I will catch my flathead.
I want you to catch it. I want you to catch it. I mean, I'm talking. I want to see you in a little boat catch a flathead. And I want you to be live when it happens because I want to see that little boat go flying down the river.
the water that they're in, predominantly in, I can't get signal. That's the sad part about that area.
Well, you got
80-foot stone or 80-foot rock cliffs on both sides.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
I can't get signal out of that area at all.
There's a certain part on the river, but the Oak Bogie, that's that way. It's stone walls on either side. Yep. You can't get signal as you go down through there.
Yeah.
I mean, if I do get signal, it's because of one spot. Like I have to literally sit in one spot and that's it. Mm-hmm. I can't move.
I'm bad about that on Wiley. That last, they didn't have the tournament. James's tournament he called off that last one this year. It was Chad and D. Did you make it up? Did you?
Yeah,
you did. The last one.
I was up there. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that was whenever I got on. That's whenever I caught the 230s on the flathead.
Okay. All right. So, talking about the one where there wasn't no weigh in and all of it.
Right. Yeah, the one that just had.
Okay.
And because I didn't make it to the meet and greet. I was out there fishing off of Stormcat with Justin and Richard.
Okay.
And
so you was on Justin's. You was on Justin's boat or Richard's boat?
Yeah, well, it's Richard's buddy's boat.
Okay.
And his buddy, I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. You probably knew who I'm talking about if I could call it, but he let him borrow the boat because we wanted to fish off of a Stormcat. We'd never fished off of $100,000 boat before. So we wanted to see how it felt. And the way it felt was it beat me all the way across the lake, literally. God knows. I could feel every wave under it.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, see, Justin, like I said, Justin was there, obviously. He caught a 40 and a 43 back-to-back flathead. the day before, and then I caught a 30.
Y'all put on some good fish.
I caught 33, and then I caught a 34, back to back during the time I was up there.
I like to tell everybody though, a good captain always passes a good rod off to his kid off to the side of him or his partner over here. So here's a good one, brother. You reel this one in. So that's why I hadn't left the 20-pound club yet.
Talk about your last video, your crappie. I noticed you were out there. You had like what, 6 rods going down? 6 rods
Oh
going?
yeah, about that one.
Yes, yeah, I was doing 6. I think I wound up back to 4, I believe. There for a while because it got so
that's a
hectic.
chore in itself, going trying to fish that many rods for crappie at one time, especially spread out like you did.
I wish I would have got some better video images of my fish finder. Man, they were just stacked back there in that
Stacked
cove.
up. Little community holes. Yeah.
They just you see these little white football dots everywhere. Oh, just overlapping each other. It was just they were stacked deep in there. But it was fun. Yeah. But yeah, I wasn't out there probably a little over 2 hours. And caught my limit real quick.
Oh,
yeah. See, that's whenever I just keep catching and throwing back, catching and throwing back.
When you catch your limit and you start culling real good in a couple hours, that's pretty good. Pretty good deal.
That's a good day. That's a good day. No doubt about that.
I think the smallest one I kept a few small gut hook 9s, but everything I kept was like, I think there was a couple small 9s, but most of them were like 10, 11 inches. Had a few over 12. There's some nice ones there.
There you go. Any day of fishing where you catch a fish is a good day.
Yeah.
That was a good day too. I just got off work that morning. I was aggravated. It was a bad day at work. Come home, kids left. I said, I'm gonna load up the boat. I'm going to the lake. I head out there and turn my frown upside down real quick. I went to bed happy that day.
I've had them days before. I just come home after a bad day. I get a little fun.
All Kevin has to do is turn to his left and see the teddy bear in the corner, and he'll put a smile on his face.
You're right. It's to the left over here too. Exactly to the left. I told Amy Jo last night. I said, whenever I get my actual studio put together,
that teddy bear's gonna be in there.
The bear's gonna be in there. You believe
that? Glenn wants to know, Josh, when are you going back after the salty fish?
Salty dog.
Salty dogs.
I'm going back to my hole here in about, let's see, what's the date? About 2 months exactly. I'm going back down November 5th. I normally go about the 3rd week of October, Glenn. But I decided over the last few years, I'm going to push it back a few weeks. Seems like I'm always there a little bit earlier than the prime time bite I feel like it's going to happen for that fall bite. So I'm going down there pretty much right around Veterans Day. Pop's a Vietnam vet too, so get to have him down there on Veterans Day and see if we can't jerk in some good old flounder on the boat, some drum.
Those are some beautiful flounders you guys caught too. I saw that film, that footage.
I've been going down there, man, ever since my dad's been taking me there. My grandpa's been taking me down there since I was probably 5, 6 years old. All the women stayed on the beach, playing on the beach, laying out in the sun, and all the guys loaded up in the boat and went fishing in the inlet. I never could as a kid, and I finally got old enough to go, and I've been there ever since.
Am I, and forgive my ignorance about what I'm about to ask you, am I correct in what I saw that the flounder have teeth?
Oh hell yeah! You don't put your mouth and don't put your finger in that mouth.
It's like spikes in. It's like little, almost like little spiky teeth.
It's like piranha teeth, dude.
Yeah,
it's not really
like a piranha. Yeah.
Yeah, piranhas though. If you look at a piranha, they're interlocked in little triangles, almost like clear little. They interlock.
Yeah.
Now, flounder, if you open them up, don't get me wrong, it's going to be around the mouth edge, the jaw line, but it's not. They don't interlock. It's more like bony spikes. It's real, and they're a lot of those fish, even like your trout, you'll see them. They got they'll be like little vampire looking things sticking out of their mouth, but they're almost clearish. You can you can see them, but they're almost see through, transparent. But a flounder, they're real white, bony.
I saw that and I was like, I never knew that flounder had teeth like that.
Don't ever make that mistake. Put your finger in that mouth.
Well, listen,
you'll learn real quick not to do it again.
I learned a long time ago, and not by doing, but by seeing. Learned a long time ago. You don't put your finger or any part of your body inside of a mouth that comes out of the salty water. Period. Ever.
I fished with mud minnows. I made a mistake. This was back when I was years ago, younger, but trial and error. You learn that you can't even put the minnows in with your shrimp. You have to have two different bait tanks. If you're gonna have shrimp and live minnows, now you finger mullet you can, but your mud minnows, man, those little things got little microscopic looking teeth. They'll sit there and eat all the legs and from the underneath of your shrimp and kill all your shrimp in your tank. You go back and get your shrimp out and all your shrimp are dead. What? Like, man, them things were $6 a dozen. What happened here?
You still got your massive bait tank?
Yeah, I do. I'm actually, you talking about the ones out back or whatever behind my building?
Yeah, big old almost like a crate.
Yeah,
crate style.
Basically, what they are, they're what do they call those? IBC totes, plastic totes, and now this instance, I built a 2x4, kind of frame around it, and put some sheet insulation around it, which done good for keeping the light out. I thought it would, keep the heat out, and it does to an extent, but when it gets hot outside either way, I learned that insulation won't let that heat that builds up in that container get out at night when it needs to evaporate. So it just every day it just constantly builds. And, so in the summer times I have it shut down. Like right now I got it shut down, but I'll probably open it back up here in a month or so. Normally when I start getting ready to go down to Murray or going after striper or hybrid, I'd put some herring or some bigger shad or something in there to fish with those, keep them in there from whenever I'm ready to go. But that thing does great, man. I've kept perch and brim in there for 2 and 3 months.
Now, is your corners, are they rounded off enough to where if you put shad or anything in there that they won't kill themselves?
Yeah and no. They're not. Okay. It's a standard and normal IBC. I've done nothing different to the tote, but I have when I got it hooked to was a shallow well jet pump, and I got them hooked to a Danco Venturi, LV8 Venturis on each one, so it gives it plenty of circulation, filtration, and current and oxygenation. But I don't know. Sometimes it just depends on how scared, I guess, the gizzard shad are, the herring. You put them in there, sometimes they'll, dart and beat yourself up. Then sometimes I put a load of big old jumbo gizzard shad, 12, 14 inches long or more from Jamie K's. And I kept them in there for about 3 or 4 days before I used them. About 1 or 2 of those, when I first put them in there, they did that and got the red nose real bad, beat them up. They never died. Like I said, I only kept them in there like 2.5 days too. But I have put some in there. Like when I put herring, smaller herring, they'll go in there and just get excited and beat yourself into the wall. And then some of them just casually just floating around swimming just fine. I don't know what makes them do it, but if you do scare them, come and open the lid, sometimes they'll get excited. But I wish there was a way I could put something in there to keep it more round. I don't really know what I could come up with to do it to achieve that.
You'd almost have to take your corners and round them out. You can use plexiglass to do that with, but you have to really modify it to make it work right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about it. The problem is, it's kind of rounded on the bottom and it's not flat on the bottom. It's ridges, got ripples and stuff in it. So getting something that would fit on the bottom and stay there where nothing got in behind it, that would be a challenge.
True.
Probably be done. But
Justin made a statement, said Jamie K is a cool dude. He actually got to meet him this last go round. And that is the truth ever was. I like old Jamie K. He's a good guy.
He's a good dude, man. They're good people down there.
I don't think I've met anybody in South Carolina yet that I don't like.
I've met some of them. I'm proud of me. This happens, but not everybody's cool.
Well, I hear you. Okay, we heading on that. We actually passed that magical hour, brother.
Man, what time is it? It's 8:15, ain't it?
It is.
I didn't know it was over that long yet.
I tell you what, time flies when you're having fun, brother.
That's it, brother. Talk about fishing stuff. That's always a good time.
I had Josh's link posted at the top of the chat. So you were sitting at just shy of 200. I think.
Yeah, definitely go give him a look-see, because you won't be disappointed. I can promise you.
I'm actually in the works on redoing that bait take video that you was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I got a lot more video of actually a shad that I got from Jamie, and a herring, perch. Over a span of, like I was talking about, 2 months or so of keeping them in there, and same fish. I got burnout on it. I got so much video I was trying to compile into it, and I'm trying to size it down. I had to take a break from it before I posted it up. So, but I'll wrap it up and get it on there soon.
There you go.
Says we got you're at 199, so we just need one more person to get you that 200 mark.
Oh, good job, man. Good job.
So if anybody's in the chat that hasn't picked up Josh from Running Lake Fishing, make sure you do that so we can get him to 200 tonight. Definitely. Yeah. So I think you were sitting at 196, so that gives you, we can get you 200. That's 4 people tonight that's picked you up.
There you go.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I actually got a little bit more. I checked yesterday. I was only at 191 or 2, so it actually altogether it's been picked up about 8 or 9. So yeah, that's good.
JTC's got you at 200. He says.
Awesome.
So,
right.
Just make sure to watch a video or more, obviously. And hey, Mark. Hey, I didn't even know he was in the house.
What's up, guy?
All right, Mark said he just subbed. So there you go.
Appreciate it, Mark.
So there you go. Definitely make sure you watch a few of the videos, if not all the videos that you can, at any time. Because not only is the count important, but the hours watched is also important, as we all know.
There's art for 1 ton.
You sound like a seal.
art for 1 ton.
Oh God.
And bacon.
No, God,
Did they the 1 ton make it up this last round?
I don't think they did. All right, y'all wasn't up there at the tournament, the Patriot James's tournament that he was supposed to have, were you?
I know they were the last one. I don't know about this one.
Yeah, the last one they were at, because I met them. They were first ones I met when I got out. When I
know they was there when I blew my motor up, but I didn't know if they made it out this last one or not.
My computers want to do stupid stuff. Yeah, he didn't make it because he didn't have a boat. That's right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So y'all need to save some of that money you're getting now, Art, to get you a boat, man.
Just tell certain person that you just want to just give you a boat.
Yeah, there you go.
Just tell them you need a boat. Just say, hey, why don't you sponsor me a boat? There you go.
There you go. Exactly right. Oh, all right. Well, much fun as we're having.
Ooh, look at that. Mark says, watching the garage on the iPad while rigging up crappie poles for the mornings.
There you go.
Nice.
Sound like a good idea, brother. Really good idea.
You gonna go live tomorrow morning, Mark? Is that your plan?
It'd be awesome to see him go live.
Because if you are, it'll be about 10 o'clock, 10:30 before I don't know. I might be able to actually get in there earlier than that. I forgot.
You ain't doing nothing tomorrow?
I gotta take my mom to the dentist. So,
yeah, that's right.
While she's back there, I can drop the headphones in and play on my feet. Yes, sir.
There you go. See, like I said, you ain't doing nothing.
I've worked so much, I thought I had to work tomorrow. That's the sad part.
About 9 o'clock, it'll be my bedtime in the morning.
Art said, "What money we getting? We don't get money." I'm with you, brother.
I say Mark are probably using some crappie jigs, probably.
Imagine he
might want to know what kind of bait he's using. I say he's using crappie jigs right now because I saw SK crappie. He was killing it on those little white crappie jigs.
I tell you the ones that I've got.
No, it was
chartreuse.
Yeah, chartreuse he was killing them on. Yep.
That's what I use, and I'm every time I go out when I'm targeting crappie, that's what I catch them on.
Yeah.
You ever heard that? I don't know what y'all's area, but around here there's a Bobby Garland's what's it called?
Yeah.
Monkey milk, I think it's called.
Monkey milks. Yep.
Man,
Those are good ones.
that's a fire
Yeah.
killer there.
I might look for that.
Matter of fact, fish and stuff. Keith, he's the one that told me about that one. I was using emerald shad color, I believe it was, and a couple other different ones. It was doing
The
producing real well.
natural color or the monkey milk or the chartreuse are about the best ones so far.
Yeah. But Keith, he told me, he said, try that, get you some of them monkey milk, try them out. Yeah. It didn't take me about 30 minutes to realize I changed those 6 rods out to about, I know at least 3 or 4 of them had monkey milk on.
Don't get our chat started. Don't get our chat started because they're going to start asking you, how can you milk a monkey?
I know, right? Mark says if he can find them, he's gonna go live. His first time since spring. He's been looking for them on new waters, and he's got minnows for tomorrow as well as hand ties, plastics,
and minnows.
Yeah. Matt stated monkey milk, blue ice, and ghost gray.
Ghost gray, yep.
So,
or even a natural looking one.
Yeah. Like I said, the ones that I've used, they're handmade, and they got the jig is actually painted it's a funky looking purple. I don't know what color this purple is, but it is a funky looking purple. And then I put that chartreuse chartreuse jig on, and I mean it looks fierce when it's coming through the water. And so far that's what I've caught. The ones I've caught, like I said, I literally have just started targeting crappie. So, but that's been my go-tos. I've tried the other ones. I got a whole box full of different jigs and jig heads and such as that, and soft plastic bodies, and that just seems to be my best one. That particular one.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, grub color.
There you go.
Yeah, the grub colors are good.
Well, you want to wind this thing down, or we want to keep talking?
It's up to you.
I tell you what, I hate going over on the Creole's time frame and them, and they wasn't live. I'd say let's keep on rolling, but I got to go say at least hello. So we got Mike Greenwell fishing next week. Or at least that's what's on the calendar anyway. So
we got Greenwell next week. We've got
been putting a lot of videos lately.
We got a fisherman that has caught epic proportions of fish, monster fish.
Yep. That's
so
next
if
week.
y'all don't know, that's epic catfish. So we got epic coming up a week after that.
Then there's a little page.
Yeah, there's a little page. Yeah.
Yeah.
The queen.
Serena.
The queen. Wait. And guys, and that will end. That will end our individual shows for a little bit, and we're gonna venture on a little bit, and we're going to start shouting out and presenting some of the talk shows, some of the podcasts that are going on in the community. So we're going to start shouting some of them out. Do what?
I said we're going to get inside their head.
Oh yes.
See what makes them tick.
So we got a few of them that's going to be interesting. So.
Yeah, there's one that's going to be scary, and I think we all know which one that one is. I'll just say one word, and everybody know who I'm talking about. It's everybody's favorite redhead.
Bait shop.
That one's going to be scary.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, and we did have confirmation on the river rats.
Yes,
they are a go.
As well,
we'll put them at the end.
Yep, on the 24th, I think it is.
Yeah, something like that.
It's gonna be an interesting month next month for sure. And then we'll go in then we'll roll on over and keep on trucking.
Yep.
So this makes what, our 19th show? Is that right?
Yeah.
Is it our 19th or 18th?
I think 19th. I think
Something like
What
that.
in the world y'all have to do to get Keith to get on the show?
I called
You
him.
had to keep his arm, didn't you?
we had to send him some. We had to send him some PVC pipe.
PVC pipe.
PVC
That's
pipe.
like the next show.
We had to pay him. We had to pay him in PVC pipe.
That was our
I said
payment.
he was on there. I was like, what? I said, I don't ever see him do any shows live. So that was surprised me.
He's done a couple of them, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a show person, so to speak, but he doesn't like.
he's shy. He's shy. He don't like to talk.
But you get him started talking now, and it's on.
But yeah, you get him at work. He don't work. He retired, I guess you'd say. He went full time YouTube. He used to work with me third shift at the plant. Yeah, I guess I'm just as bad as him though. We get to talking about fishing, and it's boss man get mad at us. We done disappeared for about 30 minutes to an hour. We're sitting at a table somewhere talking about fishing.
That's every time. Every time I call him.
That's me and Kevin's problem. We'll get started talking about all kinds of stuff, and we'll just disappear. And I'll go to the corner of the house, and we'll talk.
Guys be looking for me. They didn't call the boss. Where y'all been? Oh, we've been talking about work stuff back here. Next job we're going on.
Kelly will call me at work. I'll roll down one of the aisles and start talking. And I'll look up and I see my boss man. I go, well, I got to go. I got that part in the house. So you come on by and get it now, okay? All right, buddy. I'll talk with you later. Thank you.
Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm. So the good thing is, if he calls me, I don't have to worry about going hiding or nothing. I'm my own boss.
Exactly. He's his own boss, so he ain't got to worry about it.
No.
You know,
that's always a good thing.
Except for when I'm home. My wife's like,
"Oh, she's the boss.
You've been on the phone. You've been on the phone for 4 hours."
We started first time Kelly and I started talking, about the show and what we was going to do and all that. I think we stayed on the phone for
four
hours. At
4
least
hours.
Yeah. And and at some point, I think I did hear us come into or heard him say something to her. I'll be off in a minute, and or something of that nature.
Like 30 minutes to an hour later, we finally got off the phone.
And I was like, "Did we just become best friends?"
BFFs.
So have y'all actually met each other? Or y'all just doing the show together?
Doing the show. We will meet each other. That's a given, but I just
we're still trying. Try to get down to Chickamauga Dam.
Oh yeah, I want to go to the Chick. We're gonna go to the Chick. We're gonna do some for real fishing.
Yep.
It's what do we say it was? 4 hours between you and me both. Dead center.
3.5 hours down for me, and about 3.5 hours up to you. Yeah, it's about the same.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So we just gotta make a time to go. It may not be this year because I don't have any vacation time. So
yeah.
But make time to go.
My next biggest trip is going to be CatCon come February. So
I'm trying to.
I'm going.
I got my Salty November trip planned for that week. That's about my last. I got like 1 or 2 days left. I might burn and take me a long weekend down to Santee one weekend. I don't know yet.
Well, when you go up to Murray striper fishing, you need to let me know.
I'll do it, man. Like I said, I'll start. Around Thanksgiving, that week after Thanksgiving, the weekend after Thanksgiving. I normally last 2 or 3 years. When I start, and then I just go from there. Yeah, but I'll get up with you, man. Let you know. You're more than welcome to come join in, man, or whatever. You can get on the boat and bring yours, however you want to do it.
I'll say Kelly's next big
fishing trip. Yes, J-Dog. Yes, my next big fishing trip will be up to you. Yes.
I wonder how sore J-Dog would be if the next big fishing trip you made was with me.
Oh, and I'm glad I got this notification. Here in about 30 minutes, guys, Danny Stone Outdoors has got a premiere, 30 minutes.
Oh, I've got to see this.
And it is Black Betty Revenge.
Oh no!
But to say Black Betty destroyed it.
I gotta watch
on a special bait. On a special bait.
Chicken.
No. No. No.
We keep.
Make sure you go over there. Say hi to Creo and Roger before that, and
let's
then
do that.
In 30 minutes. Let's go say hi to Danny Stone.
There you go. All right, Crappie Day Fish On just rolled up in the house. It's okay.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we are about to call this thing for the night so that we can roll over to Creole and them and muskrat, river rats, and all that good stuff. So I wonder what Kelly would think if I called his host out for a 1v1.
Go for it. Go for it. I dare you. I dare you call Kevin out for a 1-versus-1.
We'll have to talk and see what's up. But
I'll host it. I'll host it.
as this old
and Josh,
saying
you
goes,
can help me, Josh, if you wanted to.
As the
I'm
old
here,
saying,
bro.
Host it and let them two fight it out.
As the old saying goes, I ain't scared.
Hey, you never scared.
I ain't scared. I ain't never scared.
You ain't scared? Oh, yeah. Here you go. Here you go.
Oh, there we go.
You sure that ain't war squad
He'll
talking?
send you an invoice. He'll send you an invoice when he's done.
Uh-huh.
That sounds like JR talking.
Don't it? Now, you remember what happened last time JR tried to call me out and I whooped him on his own home waters.
Took his money on his own water.
Took his money. Actually, let me tell you, that's the funny part. We had a side bet and I beat him badly on his own home waters. First time ever fishing them. Whooped his butt. And I told him, don't even worry. Don't worry about giving me no money. We're good. I just wanted the bragging rights. That's all I wanted. The very next year, he took me by a couple of pounds. That was it. But he took me. And he made me give him that $20. And he's got a picture of me giving him that $20. And he brings it up just about every year. So,
I didn't hear about that first part of the story. I knew about the 20 he took from you.
It's gonna be bad when you get beat for a 1-versus-1 against J Dog and he's fishing a river called the Licking.
It's starting to get deep.
There's Mr. Johnny Small Peppers. What's up, Johnny?
There we go. All right, let's call this thing before it gets too deep in here. We'll talk about this 1v1 a little bit later.
It's already knee deep in crap already.
Ain't it the truth? Ain't it the truth? Josh, appreciate you coming in, brother.
Appreciate y'all having me, guys.
Love to have you on again sometime. It's been a blast, brother.
Right.
Next time, well, like I said, if I don't get back up that way before then, if you when you hit up when you hit up Murray, you just call me and let me know what's up. And I'll send you my number later. Actually, that way you got my actual number instead of going through Messenger. But but anyways, ask the River Warriors about the leaking. Yeah, I know, right? So it's all good. I got some good waters too. I can go to. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and call this thing. Kelly, you got anything else for tonight, brother?
Nope, not for tonight. Oh. I gotta turn my screen off.
Yeah, turn your screen off.
I gotta turn my screen off.
That way we can see it.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah. Bruiser baits.
Yep. And that came thank you to this person right here.
Small Water Charters.
Mr. John at Small Waters sent me a nice little package of bruiser baits. So I'm ready to hit some water with that one definitely here soon.
10 for
Or
that.
it gets too cold outside and then bite starts turning off for me on those.
Yeah.
Then I'll just be pretty much, I don't know what I'll be doing this winter.
Do a live stream inside
freezing
the house.
all winter, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly. All right, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and call this thing. Thank you, everybody, for coming into the show. Everybody that stuck with us here, all 7 of you.
Yeah.
I appreciate.
Hey, we did have about 30 people in here.
We did. And I appreciate everybody that's come in.
Hey, Rhonda.
We will see you guys again next Tuesday. It'll actually be on my channel this time, but be watching for the link as always. And as we always say, we'll be seeing you all on the water. Good night, y'all.
All right. See you all.
Peace. Appreciate it.